Hello, my name is Steve Mills, and if you've not listened to my videos before, thanks for doing so. Really appreciate your time. And what I want to try to do is make sure you get the best return on investment. Now, today I want to talk to you about something that's really concerning me, and that is the 4 different levels that people are with the current situation, with COVID, with the economic situation, and so on and so forth. Before I do, just give you a little bit of my background. I've spent 25 years advising small businesses. Before that, I was an international sportsman. And during that time, I've seen so many ups and downs. You know, we've had 9/11, had the crash of 2008, we've had just unbelievable amount of changes, and this is probably the biggest thing that's happened in the 25 years. And I do understand people's uncertainty, but I really do want to stress that in life, what happens to you, sometimes we can't control. We can't control COVID at the moment. Certainly I can't do anything other than follow the government regulations and hope that everybody else does as well. And but what I can do is I can have an understanding up here, not about what's happening. Yeah, that's the case, but what am I going to do about it? That's the real key. What am I going to do about it? And people are doing 4 different things, I believe. Just before I tell you this, let me just tell you a story. I heard this many, many years ago, and it's the tale of 2 shoe salesmen working for 2 different companies, whose boss tells them to go to Africa to see if there's a market. See if there's a market for shoes in Africa. The first salesman goes there and spends a few weeks there looking round and so on and so forth. And he comes back and he reports back to his managing director, you know what, it was just a waste of time. It's not worth investing in Africa. Nobody wears shoes. The second guy goes there, spends the same sort of time, has a look round, comes back, reports to his manager or managing director. Fantastic opportunity. We really need to take this, really put some effort into it. Nobody wears shoes. Now, the same result, a total different meaning. One guy's saying nobody wears shoes, so, it's not worth doing anything. The other guy, selling exactly the same product, goes, nobody wears shoes, fantastic opportunity. And this is where the difference, I think, in, well, it's COVID, nobody's going to buy my products. Or other people thinking, there's COVID, all my competition are not going to be pushing their marketing forward. I'll push on and move my business forward. That's the psychological difference, and that's the meaning of the story. So let me tell you about my 4 different levels of thinking right now. The first level of thinking is really it's the thinking that people who are in lockdown because of the government. I'm talking about people like pubs and clubs and restaurants and people like that. They were forced to close their business. And, going forward, we don't know what's going to happen to that market. But in certain parts of the UK, they're pretty much already closed down. In others, like my area, they've got to close at 10 o'clock. And, it's really, really tough for them, don't get me wrong. But, from what I see, people are adapting. And even those people, some of them are going, I can't do anything. And others are adapting, they're looking at new things. They're trying new ideas. I heard about the pub that when lockdown happened, they just started delivering food to people's houses rather than them coming into the pub. They were even delivering beer, so there's a great opportunity if we can just sometimes think outside the box. The second group, and in a way, this group are in a worse situation. And I actually believe this group are, I don't know what percentage, but I do believe they're a significant percentage. And they're the group of people who are just retreating. They're just going, oh, well, it's COVID. There's tough times ahead. We're in a recession. The economy is bad, and, it might get worse. And, anyway, the government will give me some money and that'll just about keep me going. Do you know what? Bloody well get a life, all those things are probably true, let's face it. But if that's how you live your life, that's how you run your business, then, I really don't really urge you to rethink what this means to you. Because another quick story, I've got a very good friend who I met many years ago called Mitchell, who had 2 major accidents in his life. One, he basically came off a motorbike and got burnt. I'm talking like 2/3 of his body, in a real bad way. 6 months in a coma. Eventually recovered. Decided to become a pilot, and one day crashed his plane and didn't walk out of there, but came out of there in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. And he walks around the world now as a professional speaker, telling everybody, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. And he's such an inspiration to me, and that's the case with COVID, I believe. It's not what happens, I can't control that, but it's what I'm going to do about it that really makes the difference. Let's go back to the 4 levels of thinking. So we've got people who are stuck, people who are retreating. The 3rd level are people that know what I'm trying to say here, that you should crack on and, do things and push forward. But do you know what? They're just not doing it. They're a little bit like the people who join the gym and never go. They turn up once a month. They buy a set of weights and then sell them 3 months later because they've not used them. And again, there are a significant amount of people who do that. They know they should go on a diet, but they're still 2 stone overweight. And all I can say to those people is you need to think about, what is your goal? What do you want to try to achieve? What was your goal for the next month, the next quarter? Forget what your goal is in 5 years' time. Let's focus on now. What is your business goal for now? And then take action. And perhaps you ought to be thinking about getting somebody, a coach, an advisor, a professional, to be there to basically kick you up the arse and make sure that you do what you say you're going to do. Because we all need that from time to time. I know when I played sport professionally, I had several people who did that, including my dad and my coaches and my friends and so on. At times we all need to be kicked up the arse and move forward. And then we've got the top of the pyramid, people who are moving forward. People who are marketing their business right now, people who are seeing this as an opportunity. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying seeing it as a good thing. Isn't it great that people are ill and dying and all that? That's terrible. But what are you going to do in your business at this time? And that's the message I want to talk to you about. So think about it from a point of view of marketing. Your competitors have gone away. They're not marketing anywhere near as much as they used to. Things like the cost of advertising has plummeted. Nobody's advertising. When I say nobody, not as many. People like Facebook and Google, you can buy advertising space at less than you could a year ago. So this is a huge opportunity right now, and I strongly recommend that you take it. And I'd love to help you. I'd love to you to take just the first step with me. Sign up to my webinar or book a meeting with me. We can talk about your business and how I might be able to help you to improve it and make it more effective. So I'd love to do that. If you'd like to do that, then great. So just go to my website, stevemills.co, get yourself signed up, and I look forward to hearing from you. So think about the 4 levels. Which group are you in? Which level are you at? If you're not at level 4, then let's get you there. So thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.